Now that the freeze matter carry me come today. Daddy Freeze has come out to say that the reasons why he is not supporting Peter Obi, of which he has the right to choose who to vote and who not to vote as his fundamental human right, but the reason why he is not aligning with Obi's belief is because he worked hand in hand with General Sani Abacha, Nigeria former head of state. How can you people automatically paint Mr. Peter Obi as a saint when he was part of the administration of Sani Abacha? Corruption-wise, dictatorship-wise, every bad thing that is happening in Nigeria misfortune can be traced back to General Sani Abacha. And Mr. Peter Obi played a vital role, a major role in his administration. That is what Daddy Freeze is saying. So, but I believe that everybody have right to do whatever they choose to do. But what you don't have right to do is to paint lies. Daddy Freeze has just proven that he is one of the dishonest human beings alive. I never knew that this man is so dishonest. Like he lies. He's lying to the people watching. For us to analyze this better, I want you to watch Daddy Freeze and his stand. Why he is not supporting. He say, Obi, he can't be a saint. You can't work with Abacha and be a saint. He work with Abacha. Let's watch first, please.
My greatest criticism of Obi. I love him as a person.
Yeah.
I think he's brilliant and all, but I can't divorce him from the fact that he worked hand in hand with Abacha. He was the MD of the National Ports Authority. Under a regime like General Sani Abacha's regime.
Yeah.
We know that in this world, the corruption of a country starts at its ports.
Yeah.
How can we have this great, fantastic political leader who is a saint today but worked with General Abacha?
Nigerians have an idea that you may need to look for a saint, but there is corruption even in the Vatican where the Pope is. There is corruption in Mecca where people go as the Holy Land to go and stone the devil at the Mount of Arafat. The issue is, are the characters and competencies of a person pointing to the fact that you can use public office for public good? If you want to check on those bases, Peter Obi, a person like him, has been consistent with his politics. And look, if you want to really be fair to the person of Peter Obi, of course he could have worked in the Abacha administration, he could have worked, but what has been his track record? What was his wealth before going into public office as a governor? What did he get after? Remember that for the kind of opposition Peter Obi has been, if there was one thing that the government could have had against Peter Obi, he should be in court.
Mr. Peter Obi worked hand in hand with General Sani Abacha. Mr. Obi was part of the corrupt government of the dictator, Sani Abacha. Now waiting that the freeze they tell us. I was thinking that this man have common sense. It's now that I have confirmed that your brain, even the brain of a toddler, is better than that of Daddy Freeze. Peter Obi has addressed this particular issue on countless occasions, and many of you know the truth as to what happened during the time of Abacha. Who appointed Obi in the government of Abacha? Was he appointed? Did Abacha appoint him and he said yes, he worked with Abacha? He was part of the people that they made the director, they made him MD of Nigeria Port. And anything that is, all the corruption happening in Nigeria always happen through that channel, that port channel. Like you don't know the truth. Daddy Freeze, now today they born you, are you a child? You are not, you not be today born, you know what happened. This one is not that you are reading history. You were there when it happened. So, Obi has clarified this particular issue. Obi did not work with Sani Abacha. This is what happened. Number one, Obi was not the MD of Nigeria Port Authority, like Daddy Freeze claimed. Number two, General Sani Abacha did not directly appoint Mr. Peter Obi as part of the decongestion of the Think Can Port. That is what I want you to know. Obi was the one that suggested to Abacha that this conjunction, like more like a traffic, let me use Lagos as a yardstick. There is too much traffic in Lagos. Or the way Lagos, once it rains, everywhere will be flooded. And somebody that has maybe an idea of what he can do, what he can bring to the table to stop something like that from happening. Since there is traffic in Lagos, this is what we can do. I have an idea of what we can do to decongest this traffic. That is exactly what Mr Obi asked General Sani Abacha. Can I be part of, or can you allow me to decongest this tin can port? It's not that Abacha accepted immediately. Maybe he went back to think about it. There was high congestion in that port. Obi wanted to proffer solution of decongesting it. General Sani Abacha now maybe thought about it and later gave him feedback. That feedback was how Obi entered the picture. Since this young guy can proffer lasting solution to this congestion happening in the port, why not let us try him so that something like this will not happen in the future? Obi was a very young guy. As at the time, Abacha was Nigeria head of state from 1993 to 1998. Very young. He only wanted to bring solution, lasting solution, so that something like this will not happen in the future. And Abacha took it. And now waiting lead to Abacha bringing him as, you can call it an indirect appointment. Abacha did not make Obi the MD, just like this man is claiming. He lied that Abacha made him MD. Obi was not MD of Nigeria Port Authority. He was not the MD. He was not the chairman. He was nothing. Just a committee member of the Tin Can Port Authority for the purposes of decongesting that port. Now, and this thing we are talking about, Obi did not work up to 5 months. It was less than 4 months. 4 months. Just like I can't even say it's a contract staff. I want to help you to do something. You call me. Oh yeah, since my contribution will release or relieve people from suffering, why not? Let me try it. Why won't you try something that will benefit you? How much did Abacha pay Mr Obi when that the freeze claim he worked under Abacha? How much did Abacha pay him? Did Abacha pay him? If he paid him, how much? If he appointed him, how come he did not even last for 1 year? Only 4 months, less than 4 months. Obi did that contract. You can't. It's an indirect appointment because I suggested something for you and you say, okay, let me come and do it. Come and try it. If I had not said I would do this, how could you have known that I can? And how would you even appoint me in the first place? So all the money Abacha looted is now Obi that collected the money. If that is the case, so how come people are not probing him? That the freeze is just, he's being economical with the truth because I know that he know what happened. But maybe he feel this Randy Peters does not know that Obi was not directly appointed by General Sani Abacha. Stop lying. You are an elderly man. You won't call her. It was in Ase. You know you are lying. How is Obi the chairman? How come he's the MD of Nigeria Port Authority and he worked for only 4 months? What, did he resign? Was he sacked by Abacha? So why did his tenure not last? Why only 4 months? Why did Obi not work up to even 1 year? To tell you people that it was not even an appointment. So since this daddy freeze, because they don't burn at that time, since he know all these things, why will he now come out and be selling like say, I like him, I love him, he's intelligent. See, you see what I don't like? I don't like when people lie. I don't like when people are not being sincere. You started this program where they just introduce you as somebody that will make the show to make sense. And you think that by selling lies, you are going to help the program to move forward to the permanent side. Do you think you can move forward with lies? Nobody is begging you to like anybody. Love is not by force, it's by choice. And because it is your choice, you cannot lie on top. That's the problem I have with you people. Because you want to show us that I'm not supporting this person, and you have to lie for something that did not even happen. You know the detail that surround Obi and Abacha relationship. You know what happened. So why are you making it look like Obi na thief, Obi na criminal? He follows steal Abacha money. So you people should have arrested him. What is EFCC doing since? EFCC should swing into action immediately. If Obi is a criminal, a thief, under Abacha, he stole money. Do you know how much Abacha looted? The money where Abacha loot, Nigeria still they chop up, and politicians they re-loot them. If Obi was part of it, why not arrest him? Arrest Pete Obi. Take your EFCC, arrest him, and if he steal the money, jail him. That is what is done in a sane environment. You think if Obi steal money for Abacha, I go tell you na no jail him. Why won't you jail him? Jail him. If Obi steal money for Abacha, bring us the evidence and the proof, and we say go and put him inside prison. That is, if an environment is not like that, I can accept. Now, this is the hypocrisy of this man they call the freeze. I want to list it out for you. Rino Omokre was in this same program a few days ago. Rino Omokre, before he started licking the shoes and before he started eating from the same plates, he's not even eating from the same plate, he's eating crumbs. Before he started eating crumbs falling from the table of Tinubu and his children, Rino Omokre was calling Tinubu a drug lord, a drug baron. And Nigerians should not allow a drug lord to be their president because he's going to dent the image of the country you call giant. Rino Omokre went to Chicago, went to the place where he said, this guy is a thief, this guy is a criminal. Tinubu is a drug baron. You can't have a drug baron as a president. He brought everything. Rino Omokre was in this program, and I was expecting these interviewers, these men and women, where they opened their teeth, I was expecting them to ask Rino, you call this man a drug baron? Is he no longer a drug baron? Did Daddy Freeze ask Rino Omokre about the drug baron when he said Tinubu be? Tinubu, is he still a drug baron? Do you know that Daddy Freeze, that matter, they casually flipped that matter under the rug so that they will not speak about it. And guess where they concentrated on? Obi, until the conversation was done. Why did Daddy Freeze not ask pertinent question as to how did you call the president, before he was the president, a drug baron, and you, under how many months, you start saying that this man, if you bring Tinubu and bring me rice and chicken, I will take Tinubu. I will not take rice. If you bring Tinubu and bring long life and prosperity, I will take Tinubu. How did you manage to start liking a man you denigrated? Now, waiting, I expected that the Freeze to ask Rino Omokre why they were sitting in that their program. They call it Honest Punch podcast, but there is nothing honest about what you people are doing here. There is no honesty. You are not selling honesty. You are only selling lies and deceit here. And hypocrisy, for crying out loud. You ask this Randy Peters, you sit him down. They ask some question, almost put him for hot seat. Talking about Abacha. Hey, Pete Obi work with Abacha. He is part of the people where... But Tinubu work with Abacha too. Tinubu, as a hypocrite where him be, they claim that he is the hero of democracy. But Tinubu was part of the people that even made Abiola election to be annulled. Tinubu was a friend to Abacha. He was in alignment with his beliefs. They don't see him on several occasions, countless occasions, where him and Abacha day. There is even one governor, one Lamido Sule, whatever man, that said that everything when Tinubu they tell him about, he is a hero, master of democracy. He fight for the democracy of Nigeria. Say it's lie. That Tinubu was not even part of the success of that democracy, that June 12th. That Tinubu is not part of it. He is a pure hypocrite that was hiding and coming out to form a scent. All this information that the Freeze did not ask Rino Omokre. That the Freeze did not ask Rino Omokre. They concentrated on Peter Obi criticizing Coastal Road. Peter Obi do this, Peter Obi do that. Everything. This man will talk, Rino Omokri talk nonsense for his mouth about Tinubu. It's not nonsense. Everything when he talk about Tinubu is fact. Even though he later changed his mouth or on the, I don't know, Judas Iscariot. Zacchaeus. You know, all those people where they snitch for Bible. This Daddy Freeze did not bring out all this. We would have want to hear how Daddy Freeze go ask him, but you call Tinubu drug lord. Now you are supporting him. Is he no longer a drug baron? Very simple question. And this interviewers sit down, they laugh with her. Anything where they talk, but he reach for Peter Obi matter. Daddy Freeze just, I don't like it. Is Tinubu a saint? Daddy Freeze, Tinubu na saint? Please. There was never a time Peter Obi was appointed by Abacha. Even if they appoint him. Saint, they work with the devil now. Of course. Even if Peter Obi work with Abacha, they appoint him. They give him portfolio back. Saint, you know, they work with dictators. Of course, it does happen. But we're not even saying that Obi is a saint. What we don't like is when you are telling people lies to suit your preferred candidate. Choose anybody you want to choose. Align with anybody you want to align. But please do not say what did not happen. Daddy Freeze just lied again. Daddy Freeze is a bad person. A very bad man. He's a bad person. Look at the way he was cunningly dodged all the question he was supposed to ask Rino Omokri. He reached this guy because he feels the guy might be standing in for Peter Obi. He started bombarding him with questions, irrelevant questions. What to concern Abacha? Wait, you work with Abacha, you don't work with Abacha. But you see Rino Omokri, a new work as undo. Daddy Freeze saw Rino Omokri, or me work as undo. Rino Omokri even overwhelmed them. Rino Omokri was more like in charge when he came for their interview. He was talking. Now so that the Freeze down. He was laughing. That sarcastic, devilish, demonic laugh of Daddy Freeze. Daddy Freeze, you are a bad person. You are a bad person. You know the truth. You love Obi. Just that you don't talk about the drug baron before we be your president. Have you talked about him? You don't know the shady businesses and the dubious businesses he does? You don't know about it? Before and now, he's your president. You know, see, as on the eve of election, you know, be 2 billion van they move out of the Tinubu house. If you know, be now, go criticize and tire. Daddy Freeze, you are a bad person. You are a bad person. You go on your jaw. You're acting Abacha. But Tinubu have connection with Abacha. That one is no good to talk. Now the one, if you don't work with Abacha, you are an evil man. You are an evil man. And if you don't change from your ways, you will see what evil will do to you. You people should be sincere. Stand for something. If you want to criticize everybody and don't be lopsided with your criticism. Don't criticize this person, and when you reach for this other person, you try playing the devil's advocate, trying to be, let it not be. Sit one place, no sit for fence. You claim that you are an interviewer. You stand for justice and fairness, but that is not what you are acting like. They're not I am a good person, not before matter, now by action. And your action only shows that you are not a sincere person, that the Freeze is a bad man. If Obi work with Abacha, go if you work with Abacha, kaginime or kaginime, agenda must agenda, of course. Thank you for watching.